I'm going to talk a bit about supplements today, hopefully not for too long. Long story short, don't worry so much. People have asked, I don't want to come across as preachy on this channel, but people have asked what I've done, and this is just me saying, hey, this worked for me. On to the first and arguably most important supplement, protein. It's one of the first things that people look at, and to read up about what this really attractive guy has done, and they go, oh, I guess I'll have to spend 900 quid on that brand. Well, no, they're sort of paid to promote that brand, those products. If you look on the internet for protein, you'll find tons of different names, technologies in it. Protein is protein. So I really do only recommend, at least for beginners, whey protein. I mean, it's all that I've ever used. It comes like this in a little pouch, or you can get it in a little tub. So there's 3 brands that I recommend. Number 1 is Optimum Nutrition. Just look for 100% gold standard whey. Tends to be quite cheap, and it's one of the first brands that I use. And there's probably people watching this video thinking, oh, but I want to, gain weight faster. I find it really hard to gain weight. Can I get this protein shake with more calories in? Sure, go for it. But I really do recommend spending that extra money more wisely, getting your calories from, quality meats, good food, stuff like that. I've been using this a lot recently. It is called Synthesis, and it's by a brand called BSN, and you can get it relatively cheap if you look around, so I'll put the link down there too. The one I probably most highly recommend for beginners, and it's simply just because of the price, it's very good value. I'm not being paid to sponsor them, by the way, because quite honestly they couldn't afford me. This is MyProtein.com. I'd really recommend just getting, this is called Impact Whey Protein, just getting 1 kilogram of this and starting off, just see how you like it. There's tons and tons of flavours, so you don't have to worry about that. Just if you don't like it, move on to the next one. This is 15 quid. So I'll put a link down there. I think there's a referral code you can use. Impact Whey Protein, myprotein.com. So that really is it for protein. Whey protein. Don't get sucked in by all the marketing bullshit, because you'll probably end up spending twice as much for the same results. So just stick to whey protein and have a look at those 3 brands, see which one best suits. They're all whey protein. Whey protein is whey protein. Like I said, there are fitness models out there who are sponsored by Optimum Nutrition, BSN, and they are told to, sell more to the public than what is probably needed. At least for me anyway. I'm sure there probably are advantages. Certainly for me being a student, it's just not really worth it. I'd rather work just a tiny bit harder and save a lot more money. At the end of the day, they really are just supplements, just help you along. My next supplement, which I think could possibly help you, but I don't recommend just yet for beginners, but it's definitely worth knowing about. It's called creatine. I'm nearly at the end of this one actually. This is a 250-day supply, and this was probably about a tenner. Basically, your body produces creatine anyway, but if you give it a little bit more every day with your protein shake, it just improves your performance at the gym. It's not a steroid. I'd like to point that out right now. It is not a steroid. It's completely safe. So that one's a lot less important than whey protein, but maybe worth having a look at. I'll put some links down the bottom so you can read into it a bit more. And the next supplement we're going to look at is called No Explode 2.0 by BSN, the same people who made Synthesis. I actually don't recommend this one all that much. This is basically just a lot of caffeine in a tub. You just take it for a workout, and it's meant to give you a bit more energy in the gym. I tend to find it's really uncomfortable actually when you take it. I know caffeine intake's different for a lot of people, but it's not really a good kind of energy I get. I do get a lot of energy in the gym, don't get me wrong. I don't think the high price tag is worth it, to be honest. You're much better off with a bit of black coffee for a workout. Never done me any wrong. And it's a hell of a lot cheaper. I really do recommend just sticking to whey protein just for now, and then maybe looking into creatine and possibly staying clear of pre-workout. I don't know, you could try it, but I don't recommend it all that much. It's very expensive, it gets very expensive very fast. Now I'm going to introduce 2 things that I really recommend be in everyone's kitchen. First is green tea. 1, because it tastes really nice, and 2, because it's really good for you. It's got a lot of antioxidants in. I just really think it's really beneficial. The second is flaxseed. Not because it tastes good, it actually tastes like metal. but it's actually very good for you. It's got iron, zinc, calcium, protein. It's got a lot of healthy fats too, like omega-3. I just really recommend it. Just, you know, sprinkle it over your cereal in the morning or whatever. And yeah, flaxseed and green tea, check them out. Not essential, but I do recommend them. And that's it for supplements. It's really not that much. What I've done in the past is I've looked up someone who has a body that I want to get, and I say, oh, they're taking all those supplements, I guess I better buy glucosamine D and vitamin F, G. While I'm not saying that they're not good for you, or they might give you a little bit of an edge, I'd prefer to save a lot more money and just work that tiny bit harder. I just don't think it's worth all that money and the potential health risks. So, whey protein, check it out. I'll put the links down there. And that's really it. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you very much for the support.